What it do, y'all? It's Coffee tapping back in, man, and ish is going wild, crazy in the blogosphere right now, man. A lot been transpiring, a lot been going on as of late. You know what I mean? You got Milk74 making peace with Adam22 and reappearing on the No Jumper podcast, something I myself and a lot of other individuals thought we would never see today. Never. Like, real talk, that flucked me up. I couldn't believe it. Tap in and comment and let me know how you felt all about it, man. You know, it's like now No Jumper's #1 op is point and shoot, which we've been covering on this platform as well, man. Someone was trying to tell me the other day that, oh, point and shoot, just another channel getting a bag off No Jumper, like downplaying the content. I personally think point and shoot is really made a wave, like on another level, and it's just getting started. Y'all let me know your thoughts about that as we're just kind of more focusing on Milk on this one. So comment with all your thoughts on everything we touch on, you know, but it's just been wild. It's like, what effect would that have on Milk74's momentum in the blogosphere? How would a lot of his fans and supporters feel? You know, like basically, where do we go from here? What's next? And in this video, man, Milk's just kind of going off, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the world type ish. And we're going to get to it all, you know? So let's do just that. But it's just so wild in a sense, man, because, you know, Milk's always been an abrasive individual in this blogosphere ish with his reactions and basically pulling no punches, calling out a lot of different individuals and whatnot. That was like Milk's blogosphere get down. But before, or not before, like, I don't know, we'll get to it all, man. But basically, it's like he's got new ops that he didn't necessarily have before. We're speaking of the blogosphere as well, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I always let that be known. Jay Coffee's an internet nerd. You smell me. But it's just kind of bugged out in the sense that a couple cats that, from my understanding, Milk kind of had peace with prior to the No Jumper. Like, they had a mutual respect, not really getting at each other prior to him going on No Jumper. It's like all out blogosphere war with them now. So let's get into it, man. This is the first call out, I guess we could say, you know, that he put up. Basically just saying Adam21. He didn't call him 22. I don't know. He ain't calling him 16. It's not 22, it's 21. I don't know if that's just a typo or whatever, but he said, really did come out the closet. That wasn't no April Fool's joke. It's major truth in the details. So that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that him setting it back off with Adam22? Dude, like, is he back on some fluck No Jumper-ish? Or is he just saying, hey, Adam, you's gay, B. Like, you're gay. We've been knowing it. You know, you're the zest out on the West. You can zest with the best of them. And on that whole thing, you walking the dog with that dude, all that fruity tooty issue we're saying, I No Jumper with Adam22, or I'm sorry, with Whack 100 on that show. That's just what it is. Like, you're gay. Maybe that's not a diss. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. And also your thoughts on Milk's logic to going to back on No Jumper. You know, we've all just kind of been like, what the fuck is good with it? But one of the bros had a theory that maybe Milk got strucketh down when it comes to the cash flow from the YT system. And you know what I'm saying? Adam22 offered him a bag. Does that make sense to you? That could be. I don't know. But then he calls out Christopher Lovejoy. Nothing major. He's just like, yo, why is Christopher Lovejoy adding himself? Which is kind of bizarre. You know what I mean? He's like, I appreciate you, 600 Christopher Lovejoy. And he just tags himself. Was that meant to be from a burner account? You know what I mean? That's how some individuals get caught up. They got multiple accounts and they think they're on one, but they're really on another one. They post some ish up, and you guys know the way the blogosphere goes, right? Like, you think you can do the tweet and delete, the post and delete. Someone is going to snatch that up and it will live on forever in the blogosphere, you know? But is that what it was with Lovejoy, or is he just on some other ish? I don't know. Then you see this footage that's rolling, you know, the different ish we got playing in this video. Stevie J posting about this is a Diddy party, right? This ain't Milk dissing anyone. This is just Milk, I guess, showing some love. You see, he's saying, RIP to Kobe Bryant, right? Because Kobe is in this footage of the Diddy party that Stevie J put up. Do y'all think that's a real Diddy party? I mean, come on, listen. Whether you believe all the hoopla and allegations against Diddy or not, that's a mainstream party that they let press get footage of. Like, come on, Stevie J, you think all the wild-ish, you know what I'm saying, is going to be caught on camera? Those kinds of parties have NDAs and they take your phone when you come up in that motherfucker. There is security making sure there is no way you can document anything that goes on. But yo, this clip, side note, they're playing that Jay-Z OVA. I got my mojo back, baby. I'll be. Hey, that ish went so hard, man. You know what I'm talking about with the flutes? Jay-Z was like, Guru, unleash the flutes on him. I don't know. I love that beat, man. What did Ho say? He said something like, is he Uchi Wally or is he One Mike, calling out Nas, going from, you know, just Uchi Wally type vibes to getting serious and, you know, going in depth with the substance with One Mic, you know, but like Jay-Z kind of done the same thing himself, right? All these rappers have different sides. They want to make a song that can get crossover radio play. They can make a song that will really make you think and have some very in-depth substance. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with that in my opinion, but that was a hard track. But anyways, peep this. Milk laughing at this and clowning on this. Someone put up this post, right? You see Westbrook and Nip, right? And it says 5 years ago today, Russell Westbrook. And we know Nip's the day, RIP, rest up king, to the late, great Nipsey Hussle. I can't believe it was 5 years since Nipsey Hussle's death. Like, when I saw that the other day on the blogosphere, scrolling through the timeline, like, obviously I know some time has passed, much has transpired, but 5 years, I was like, hot damn, man, it's been that long. That's half a decade out here. But Milk put this up. Someone posted this and said, 5 years ago today, Russell Westbrook dropped 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 21 assists against the Lakers and dedicated the performance to Nipsey Hussle. That's for my bro. That's for Nipsey, man. 20 plus 20 plus 20. They know what that means. But then someone then Milk responded to this in comment, y'all. Was this a typo? You know what I'm saying? We're just going off the riff on this one. I ain't do all the math and everything. You know, a lot of times when it comes to the content, as the whole idea behind the content that I'll put out, whether we're talking about YouTubers, whether we're talking about ish in the news, whether we're talking about hip hop, sports, whatever, it's all about engaging with y'all, the people, and coffee talking it up. So tap in and hit them comments. Make sure to subscribe as well. We cover a gang of content over here. You smell me? But like, I don't know if that was just a typo, that it really was 20, 20, and 20. And, you know, obviously equals 60 for Nip, 60, right? Milk says that's actually 61. 20 plus 20 plus 21. That's Nip ops block. So he's laughing at it like Westbrook, like kind of ish with you on, you know? But again, I don't know if this is just some kind of typo or whatever. Like I said, this one, we're just getting right to it. So everyone, please engage in the convo. Let's talk. But then Milk has multiple things he's been putting up, basically saying, if we ain't from the same gang. Now, as always, like I was saying in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I'm a square with it. So let me know what y'all think, or those that are more in tune with the street ish and whatnot. I don't know if this is aimed at Trell or someone else, but he has multiple posts where he's saying, just because we're from the same gang don't mean I fuck with you, right? And someone put, this type of energy been over with. Come with some productive and positive type energy that's going to bring the homies that ain't your homies from the same gang some serenity so they can give you the credit where it's due. And then take Milk. And then Milk put, you know, just because I don't know. I don't know exactly what this is about. He has multiple posts like this, you know, and he's saying, I'm a YouTuber as well. And that's what's interesting about all this. Like I said, I've said numerous times, when we break down the content or whatever, you never know when someone, like, it's so interesting, whether it's prison YouTubers, whether it's stuff involving hip hop or the streets or whatever type of discussion we're talking about content blogosphere wise, it's intriguing to see the way people strategically build their platforms and the moves they make, because you have different worlds intersecting and overlapping is the way that I like to reference it, right? Like you got rappers, right, that are really about that life, you know what I'm saying, came up in the trenches, some still in the trenches. Then you got individuals that are portraying a character, you know what I'm saying, like acting. Then you got individuals that are capping like they're really from the trenches. Then you got some cats that are just nerds that are just trying to make music or whatever, you know what I mean? So when you see all this ish and you see Milk say something like, I'm a YouTuber, and you look at where he's at this point, the growth that he's had in his platform, the beef with No Jumper and a lot of other individuals. Hell, if y'all remember, right when he was getting to that 100K mark, back and Adam sent them fake subs and jammed his platform all up, had him flucked up, and it put his revenue stream on hold, and it took YouTube a few weeks kind of to sort it all out till they divvied the fake ones up out of there, and he was where he was at prior to all the fluckery, and he still was able to hit that 100K mark, you know what I mean? And he's had all these different ops and all this different ish, and he's made it to this certain point. And then he goes on No Jumper, like I was saying, like, and deads the beef with Adam22. And it's just kind of wild, like I was saying before, like, what's next? Where do we go from here? You know what I mean? It's wild taking all this ish in as we watch everything play out and really busting down everything, like, what is really behind this move or that move, if y'all feel what I'm saying. It's wild if you think about it. But now we get to the part where Milk is getting a little more, I don't know if spicy's the word or whatever you want to say, pause, I don't know how to reference it, where he's kind of really going in more. Like some of that stuff that we've covered thus far in the video was, I don't know, I don't want to call it light work, but it wasn't that intricate. He wasn't going in like that. I mean, maybe the Nipsey Hussle stuff would be like, damn, that's wild he said that. But we're talking about him getting at these content creators. And it's like, wow, that there's even a beef like this. We're talking about Spider Loc, Munchie B, and Street TV.
It's a joke. Your life is a movie. In fact, game was quick. Went from running with the bloods to a G quick. What's a G unit quick? Not a gang in LA. Bang on record, but nigga won't bang in LA. Why the fuck you wake me up? Nigga, I'm tired. Buster, so I'ma light your ass on fire, nigga.
All right, so that was a clip from the game diss, right? Dissing Spider Loc called Spider Joke. And Milk put this up. No caption, nothing else, but it's just wild to me. I'm not really understanding this. Where does this all come from? Because when I've heard SPI and Munchie B talk about it, they were kind of saying they developed this rapport with Milk74 where they weren't necessarily like buddies and friends in the blogosphere, but they had a mutual respect and weren't really going at each other. And this is where it gets wild, because prior to like SPI and Munchie B both appeared on No Jumper, I want to say a couple months ago, pretty close in time. And next thing you know, it was like Milk started taking shots at them. He started calling Spider Loc Spider Joke, which is this diss track, obviously, that the game was getting at Spider Loc with back in the day. And tap in and comment with your thoughts on that rap beef as well. You know what I mean? Spider Loc has some hard game disses, man. Like, I think SPI was really getting that game in a lot of those diss tracks, and it was hitting game different because of Spider Loc being from out there on the West and all that, it's a whole nother story. I'm just curious to know everyone's thoughts on that, but we're more tuned into what's going on with Milk and Spider Loc and Munchie B and Street TV. Like I said, like Spider Loc was like, yo, all of a sudden I went on No Jumper and I'm Spider Joke. And then Munchie B spoke about it and was saying that him and Milk had a good rapport as well. And they were even in plans to possibly bring Milk onto Street TV. That Milk and the Alonso dude from Street TV, like Milk had took some shots at him before. But, Munchie B was saying that he was planned on sitting down with Milk74 and doing a formal interview on Street TV, and had took that to Alonso and was like, yo, like, what's good? I want to sit down with him. And Munchie B said that Alex Alonso basically said, me and him just got to hash some things out and have a talk, but that's cool. But then next thing you know, Spider Loc and Munchie B both appear on No Jumper, and Milk's taking shots at them, calling them Spider Joke, getting at Munchie B and all that. And then the wild part is Milk ends up going on No Jumper himself after. So it's just like kind of befuddling and flabbergasting at this point why Milk took issue with them appearing on the platform when he went and shocked the whole world and appeared on No Jumper himself. Like, I don't know. I'm not quite understanding it. And then we got this going on. Alex Alonso Street TV posted this up, and I've been seeing other platforms say similar things, that Milk has been deleting comments and lashing out against individuals. Like, if you go to my video I did when he first appeared on No Jumper, there was some cats in his comments like, yo, Milk, I thought you would never do that. Milk was like, I thought you told your mama you would amount to something in life. Like, Milk was just going off, and it's just kind of wild. I don't know. I can't really make heads or tail of it, but I want to know what y'all think. But then Milk posted this up.
He was always on, he was on Gangster Chronicles and Black TV and stuff like that. And I said, the only way that I would go on Gangster Chronicles if they had the entire crew there, and I would go down the line and I would put each one of those people in a corner and ask them questions and see if they were going to tell the truth or lie in front of their own homeboys. Because I'll tell you what, every one of those guys on Gangster Chronicles has a story, and it's not a story that they want to get out. I'll leave it at that. So for this person hold on.
You talking about Reggie Wright in Gangster Chronicles, or you talking about the Gangster Chronicle now? Or you just talking about Reggie back then?
No, I'm talking about back then.
So you talking about Alex?
I'm talking about all those guys. Hey, trust me, it will make people uncomfortable.
Well, I'm not trying to shit on Alex Alonso.
Katie was always on.
So that's from an old Bomb First stream. And apparently that was an FBI agent. As you heard Reggie Wright talking to him, we all know Reggie has a past in law enforcement. And it sounds like Reg is like, maybe he was in talks with this agent to come on the platform. I don't know what this was all about. If y'all recall, I tap into Bomb First content for show. This is just an older one. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by the way the visuals look. This was like they've kind of rebranded and do content differently. This is a different era of Bomb First. And the agent, I don't know if they wanted to have him on to talk about like Biggie and Tupac or different things like that. I'm not sure, as they get to a lot of that and death row stories and all that, you know, over there around Bomb First. But you hear the FBI agent was saying, the only way I'll come on there is if I sit down and go down the line and talk to the whole Gangster Chronicles staff and go over their stories, because some of them ain't gonna like it. And it's basically like he's alleging one of them either was a federal informant or snitched or something like that. And Milk is saying that he believes dude is talking about Reggie Wright Jr. As you hear him say, this is what he put up. FBI agent tells Reggie Wright Jr. that every original co-host on the Gangster Chronicles podcast has a story, but not a story they want out. FBI agent saying someone hiding a story. Seems to me like he's saying someone snitched. Gang expert Alex Alonso from Street TV name comes up. So Milk is alluding to that Alex Alonso is the feds or something like that from that clip. Now, personally, I don't know. Y'all let me know if you think that could be true or not, if you think he's the police. But I remember all that stuff with Mob James. And I believe at that time, Mob James was a part of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. And that's kind of a topic that gets touchy. You know what I'm saying? Some people said he did cooperate and was a federal informant and snitched on someone. I believe it was a drug case. Some people say, no, that's cap. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was he talking about Reggie, Alex Alonso, Mob James? Tap in with your thoughts. But you see, Milk is getting at Alex Alonso with this, calling him a snitch. But then we got this post from Street TV where they're saying, you know, Milk, as I was stating, a lot of platforms have been saying Milk has been going off in the comments, deleting stuff. As Street TV is going to say here, you see they say he's not standing on what he's saying. And this is a post they put up. You see there's a picture of Milk in the comments, and he's saying, whoever rapping in the intro is biting Nipsey Hussle flow. And then someone responded and said, what happened to that video of you addressing why you went on No Jumper? Now, I don't know. Did he delete that video? Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the deal is with Milk at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that hurt him or helped him going on the platform, what he stand to gain from it. You know what I mean? As I'm a fan of Milk. I'm a fan of all these content creators, to keep it real with y'all. That's why I just put this blog out there. Like, let's chop it up. Let's hear the people's thoughts on this. All, you know, I tap into all these individuals' content. And I just really felt like it didn't make sense for Milk to pull up on No Jumper again. And as you see this individual saying what happened to that video where you're talking about going on No Jumper, he's alluding to that Milk pulled it down again. I'm not sure if that's true, but like, what happened with all the other videos? So did Milk take down a lot of his catalog getting at No Jumper after going on there? You know what I mean? Because it more or less, if you watch that episode, Milk and Adam, when Flacco tried to play psychologist, mediator, peacemaker, and all that, when they spoke about their beef and squashing the issue, that was very short. There really wasn't much to all that. You know what I mean? It was just like a real quick thing. And Milk more or less just said, yo, you had Crip Mac on after me. I felt like that was like on some bullish, like you were exploiting my beefs and whatnot. And I was surprised he didn't bring up Pino. You know what I'm saying? Because Crip Mac was a very, like, he had so much momentum already. So he's going to be getting booked for interviews everywhere. But Pino at this time was, in a sense, in no disrespect to Dude, but like unknown on a major level. You know what I mean? So it was kind of wild where I saw it, like, damn, he has Crip Mac, then Pino on right after having Milk on there. Like Adam, you know what I mean? Obviously, this is not a new discussion with Adam that he interviews everyone and will pit people against each other. And, you know, it goes even deeper where individuals say he's actually causing tension in the streets and busting jokes with gang lingo and ish and in ways that can be disrespectful, like the way he does it, you know. But like but then, you know, there's the other side of the coin where when you have a big platform, you're gonna interview everyone. But it just feels like sometimes Adam, some of the cats he interviews in the timeline is just kind of like, damn, Adam, that's some nasty work, as they would say over there on the hunted side in the clubhouse streets. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was like Crip Mac, then Pino, but they just brought and then Milk more or less was like, yo, and then people started sending me those weird ass tweets and getting in my ear, and that's where it came from. In a sense, it was like Milk was kind of, I don't want to say putting it on the people, but more or less saying the audience put a battery in his back and now we're good money. And then they just kind of transitioned into shitting on Trell and discrediting Trell. So whether or not it made sense for Milk to go there, the interview, I felt like whether Milk had different reasoning or whatever it was going to be, the interview just didn't, I don't know, they didn't touch on a lot of ish. And it felt like Adam just had Milk on there to get at Trell and, all right, peace, see you later, Milk, you know. And again, comment with your thoughts about all that. Like I was saying in the beginning, one of the broskies was like, coffee, this is what it is. I think Milk got his cash flow X'd out by the YT system. So he made peace with Adam and is going to do more content there and more or less get it back. And when I thought about that, I was like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that makes sense, because we could not just make heads or tails of this. You smell me? But as far as deleting stuff, like did he delete all those videos from No Jumper? Like, it's just crazy to me. You know what I mean? That was like a big part of his catalog. It could hurt him statistically. I hope he just made those invisible to everyone, you know what I mean? Rather than straight Xing them up out of there. I don't know. Like, hopefully those still exist for Milk's sake on many reasons. But back to what we're talking about here, you see this and someone's saying, yeah, what happened to that video? Well, then people, Alonso, Street TV says about this. They say, if you've been paying attention to this string, you would have noticed this. Is that what he said, string? You would have noticed the several comments of Milk, including all his troll accounts. There were almost 300 comments on this string, but as of today, all of a sudden, there are only 164 comments. Damn, so this has been changed and edited. Like when I'm saying that, updated, where Alonso has been updating this post. When I saw this yesterday, the post was different. It didn't say all this. 300 comments on the string, but as of today, all of a sudden, there are only 164 comments. Milk did it again. He took the time to delete every comment he posted, which also deleted all the responses to his Gilligan comments. Milk did it again. He leaves comments, can't stand on them. Okay, so yesterday, this paragraph that I'm starting now, I believe this was all that was here at this point in time. Milk did it again. He leaves comments, can't stand on them, and then deletes them. On Monday, April 1st, 2024, he left a comment about the gangbanger working for the gang expert. Then the street TV watchers called him the new Gilligan, and he came back and deleted his comments again. This was like the third time. So on April 2nd, 2024, he left this new comment. Whoever is rapping the intro, biting Nipsey Hussle flow, which is the song Make It Out with Rucci. Notice how Milk said whoever when he clearly knows who the fuck Munchie B is. Munchie B is the guy that Milk said he just better be thankful that he got on there. And then in parentheses, no jumper. But this Gilligan is ignorant about is that Munchie B never asked to go on no jumper like Milk did. And Munchie B has far more accolades and accomplishments in the streets and on this internet than he has. Milk sits in front of the computer and reacts to other people's content while looking goofy, smoking a blunt. And that latest comment, he came back and deleted it. You should have known that you would eventually become the biggest Gilligan. So a lot said there by Alonso. It's kind of like they're saying Milk is having a meltdown. They didn't say that, but in my analysis of what street TV is saying is like all this stuff we've been talking about, Milk pulling back up on the no jumper, him beefing with Spider Loc and Munchie B, like he's just lashing out because it don't make sense to the people and he can't really make sense of it himself, so he's just dissing in a sense. I don't know. Y'all let me know if you feel that's kind of what he was saying as well. And he also said Munchie B has more accolades in the streets and on YouTube. Again, I don't know about the street ish. Y'all let me know what you guys think. But as far as YouTube, what do y'all think? Has Milk done more in the blogosphere than Munchie B? I mean, Milk has had a very successful platform. Like I said, when we're looking at this ish through the coffee talk lens, we're not just looking at it one way. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to take it all in and summarize it all. And like, you know, whether you like Milk's platform or not, his rise to success was dope. It was impressive. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of reactors that come and go. You know, they'll have a little bit of a wave and you know what I'm saying, fall off or go up and down. Like it's hard to put out content consistently, whatever you're doing in this blogosphere, and stay, you know, on the upswing. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what you guys think about, you know, the whole comparison, Milk and Munchie B from the streets to the blogosphere. I'm intrigued again to know what y'all think about, as well as everything we touch on in this video. As always, that's how we rock with Coffee Talk. We coffee talk it up with y'all, the people. So again, subscribe, hit the buttons, hit the comments, let's talk. But what do y'all think about what Street TV is saying, that Milk has become the ultimate Gilligan himself? And what do you guys think about him sending these shots at Street TV and Munchie B about him jacking or biting Nipsey Hussle's flow? Do y'all think that's true? And the whole deleting comments and not being able to stand on ish, like tap in with it all. You know, like I said, it's just so wild to think about the timeline in turn of events. So often in the blogosphere, it's not just the things that happen, it's in the order that they happen. The timeline blows my mind. Like I said, prior to all this, Milk, Spider Loc, Munchie B, all have a pretty cool rapport. Spider Loc, Munchie B pull up on no jumper. Milk's dissing them. You're a spider joke, this blind dude, this, that, and the third. And, you know, it comes out that they were cool for blogosphere's sake prior to all this. And, you know, Munchie B was even shared that he was going to try to work it out between Milk and Alex Alonso and have Milk on the platform. And, you know, that would have been intriguing, I think, to see Milk on street TV. But then they go on No Jumper, Milk disses them, then Milk goes on No Jumper, and then it's like Milk's whole get down, his whole blogosphere identity has just got everyone like, wait, where does It's Milk TV go from here? It's just all so confusing. And then now you see, like I said in the beginning of this video, he's calling Adam22 gay, you know, so is he back to this and No Jumper as well? Like, I don't know. There's so much going on. It's hard to make heads or tails of it. But again, that's where y'all come in, the people. So with that being said, I'm going to close this one out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yo, do me a solid. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me a coffee emoji and a star emoji. I'm just intrigued to see who made it this far. And I'm out of here, y'all. Look forward to talking with you guys in the comments. This blogosphere is just crazy, man. Everyone trying to do their content, get their bag, engage with the fans, maybe collab with other YouTubers, but you get a lot of this beef-ish going down, and it's just something else, man. And, you know, Milk going on No Jumper really was something, like I said, that just kind of shooketh the blogosphere. Like, everyone was like, wait, what? But you heard Alex Alonso was saying Munchie B didn't want to go, like, he didn't seek out to go on there. And we actually heard what's intriguing as well in those episodes, those respective episodes. Poetic Flacco was behind both of those individuals, Munchie B and Milk, going onto the platform, you know? So that's food for thought as well. But thanks for watching. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace and God bless.